They always said Mikel Arteta never a bride, always a bridesmaid. But it seems like the guy caught the bouquet. He caught the bouquet. Arteta finally caught the bouquet last season, and it's time for him to walk down the aisle. Good day, and welcome back to Legend Knows Football TV. Today, I just want to have a general discussion on why I think things are going so bad at Liverpool and why things are going so great at Arsenal. It's just unreal. It's unreal to see Arsenal actually looking this potent. Coming from a Chelsea fan, coming from a guy that's been watching the Premier League for some time now. Knowing the Arsenal that I saw growing up, because I entered the scene of watching football just when Chelsea got that 04, 05, 06. That was the time, and Arsenal had the invincible season, wasn't it? Just before the time when Chelsea became got that huge investment from Abramovich. But it seems like finally things are coming together for Arsenal once again. We always knew Arsenal as being the team that's gonna finish fourth, being the team that always qualifies under Wenger in the latter stages of his managerial career with Arsenal. Uh, uh, we always saw Arsenal being a top four team but not winning trophies. It has become a norm. And seeing the way Arsenal is performing now, I just want to point out the differences between Arsenal and Liverpool because Liverpool is they are the current champions. They won the league last season and now they are in the mud. Liverpool is in the mud. Guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. As you guys can see, I bought a new mic. Hopefully, it sounds better than the headset that I've been using. But without further ado, let's get into the results. Let's look at the results, how they how it all went down yesterday. So we're gonna focus on Liverpool lost 4-1. I did not watch the game. I watched the Arsenal game that played against Bayern because as a Chelsea fan, I want Arsenal to do badly. But fate has it. Destiny has. It seems like there's there's a destiny about this Arsenal story. They always said Mikel Arteta never a bride, always a bridesmaid. But it seems like the guy caught the bouquet. He caught the bouquet. Arteta finally caught the bouquet last season, and it's time for him to walk down the aisle and collect that Premier League trophy, whether it be Premier League, Champions League. But Arsenal definitely look uh, like a team that's going to go places. And in comparison, we start with the fact that Liverpool won the league. Arsenal came second. Arsenal has been coming second for some time now, so the project was moving in the right direction. They just needed finer touches. So, what did Arsenal do different from Liverpool? What did they do different from Liverpool? Let us see. So, I just want to look at the transfers from Arsenal. Arsenal brought in defenders. They brought in Mosquera. They brought in Hincapié, and they brought in Noni Madueke. Gyökeres Eprici Eze looks like a signing of the season, of course, at this moment. They bought in Zubamendi, some strength, defensive backup, some buffed up defensive midfielder, someone that can get stuck in, that can see a pass, that can help Declan Rice in the midfield. So Arsenal made signings in terms of what they need just to build on the foundation that Mikel Arteta has been solidifying over the seasons when they've been finishing second, and they got rid of older like Thomas Partey, Tierney, Jorginho. They got Shinchenko. They got some players out just to balance the team, That's what Arsenal did. They got some players out and they got some players in just to balance the team and have backup for when injuries come. But what Liverpool did on the contrary, what Liverpool did on the other side, Liverpool got rid, in my opinion, of their foundation and, of course, like bringing in vets. Let's see, players out that I can think of is Harvey Elliott tried to get into, or he was already like a regular in the Liverpool starting, and not a regular, but you could count on Harvey Elliott and Darwin Nunes. Apart from the fact that he was missing some chances, you always had Nunes stepping up on the odd day and scoring 2, 3 goals. Luis Diaz was always a contributor to goals, and they got rid of those guys. And what and Trent, of course, we should not argue away the fact that Trent Trent was a player that supplied. He had like crazy assists. He could score free kicks. He could run on the overlap pass. Salah play 1-2s with Salah, cut the ball back into Salah. Salah curls the ball in. That was part of the foundation of Liverpool's success under Klopp and Arne Slot, the Klopp team that he used to win the Premier League. Now Liverpool got rid of those guys and they brought in players from different leagues, players from outside leagues. I know Isak and Kirkes are players that were proven in the Premier League. But Kirkes wasn't, because we did not see the mistakes that Kirkes maybe made at Bournemouth. Because Bournemouth is a small team and we expect them to maybe lose 2 games in a row, and Kirkes, the spotlight isn't on you. But when you join Liverpool, a bigger team, the champions, you always see the mistakes that a player makes when they join a bigger team. And now Kirkes is being exposed. And the fact that the captain, Virgil van Dijk, is also not helping the situation a lot when he's lifting his arms, just saying, "Get better." He's not he's not building up Kirkes. He's demotivating Kirkes. And Isak, this whole drama saga, transfer drama, this whole summer didn't help the whole situation. But going back to what I said is that Liverpool got rid of a foundation, players that have been playing together for a while, and they brought in these new players. Frimpong, Ekitike, Isak. They brought in a goalie. They brought in Verts also. Now those players that Slot brought in, those players have to play together, get a working relationship, you know, understand the way each other functions on the pitch. And that is currently the toughest thing that's against Liverpool. With Arsenal, if Noni Madueke isn't there, isn't playing, if Trossard is not, if Eze isn't performing, they can always put in Odegaard back, just revert back to default settings, to a system that they know was working back in the day or the previous season. Liverpool can't do that because they made so many changes. They brought in so many players. The coach tried to do that with Kirkes, bringing Robertson in back in, but I think Robertson is also of that age, or he doesn't understand the team. The gelling in the team isn't that well, and that's the biggest problem with Liverpool now. They cannot revert back to default settings. They cannot revert back to old tactics, the Klopp tactics that they had, because the players that worked with Klopp isn't there anymore, and Salah doesn't know how to play with the new players. Van Dijk doesn't trust the new players. And that is where the coach comes in. It's time to coach. Slot needs to start coaching. He needs to start earning those big bucks. He needs to show why he's earning that big bucks. And if he doesn't, if he's even lucky that he's still there. Because what happened to Mourinho was it 15-16 season, if I remember correctly. Mourinho lost 7 games in a row and he got sacked. Why Slot is still there, I think it's because of the fact that he won the. But Mourinho also won the title the previous season. So I don't understand why Slot is still there. Maybe they trust him. Maybe they have faith in him. Maybe they see that the deficit in points uh, um, is still attainable to catch up, but not winning the league. Definitely not, in my opinion. So it's tough. It's tough. You will never walk alone. I guess Liverpool. It's time to walk alone. Walk alone, guys. Welcome to walking alone. Welcome to being in the mud. The drop off is so severe. You can't even compare it to Man City's drop off because Man City won 4 leagues in a row. They can say that they didn't have that drive anymore. They accomplished they won a treble. They accomplished so much, so that hunger isn't there. I mean, Liverpool wins one title and the hunger disappears. No, 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 not like that. And the players that came in did not win the Premier League, so why don't they also have the hunger? This is, I think, maybe 60 to 70% up to the coach. How the coach sets up his team, the signings that he brought in, and how he man manages them, how he motivates them, how he gets his point across to them. That's where the thing comes in. It's time to coach Liverpool slot. But so far, you have been failing. On the other side, Arsenal, like I said, they are shining. They are moving in the right direction. They brought in the right players just where they needed strengthening. They did not overspend. They did not overhaul their team. They just added an extra set of foundation, extra strengthening in on the field. And this weekend we are going to find out if Chelsea can compete with this current Arsenal team. Because Arsenal is on that level where if you beat Arsenal, then you know you are in serious business. So this is a good measurement. We have passed the test of PSG. We have passed the test of beating Liverpool. Even before the downfall of Liverpool was extreme. Because Liverpool started the season of winning, but there were glimpses of them conceding unnecessary goals and lapse in concentration and all of that. But now, if you beat Liverpool now, you can't really measure because they are down in the dumps. But if you beat Arsenal now with the team that they have, and you can also see Arteta isn't making a lot of changes. He's keeping the same side. You don't change a winning team. So this weekend we're going to see. But those were just my thoughts, guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Those were my thoughts on why I think Liverpool is doing so incredibly worse than what Arsenal, on the contrary, is doing. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next upload. Cheers. Stay safe, guys.